Comedian June Opal draws from her life experiences to craft her comic sets, attracting a growing fan base. Tonight we discuss her beginnings, life as a comic in the LGBTQ community, and her hopes that her comedy can spark meaningful dialogue. Thank you, June, for joining me this evening to talk
Yeah.
about your comedy. I really appreciate
Well,
it.
thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, what defines your comedy?
I feel like, the best way to put it is it's an authentic and an unapologetic version of myself. I really try to have like my authentic version of that, but also I want to put the best, funniest parts forward. So I think that's what the best describes kind of my comedy.
So where do you pull from? Where does your inspiration come from when creating a set?
As of right now, in the last year of what I'm doing, I've been really looking kind of at the beginning parts of my childhood. I would say from like 11 to around 15. So that's kind of, I'm really just kind of going deep into the recesses of my memories and being like, what's funny? What about that was so different for me compared to other people? And so I guess that's what I would say right now is my childhood is a big part of what I'm talking about.
So you are a member of the LGBTQ community and in the comedy field. Do you feel that there's ever been a challenge being in those two different worlds, meshing them together?
I mean, it can. I think that like a general audience can come into comedy thinking that they're going to have to change what they think is funny. When I guess my hopes for that is that I don't. I mean, they can come in and just laugh at what I'm talking about, right? And so I think there's always been kind of like a thing about women and specifically queer people not being as funny as cis men. And, but here in Albuquerque, I wouldn't say that really is an issue here. People are so, I think if you can give the people that come to shows here respect, they're here to give you respect. And so that's a big part of it for me.
So when it does come to your shows and looking at, the environment that we're in, it is a sense of, creating a safe space that people go to, but some comics feel, okay, well, now that we're kind of limited, they feel, of controlling what we talk about or how we talk about it. Do you feel that sense of control that you can't expand out further?
No, I mean, there's definitely things that I don't think I should be talking about. Like, there's things that I try to really stick to, like, what I can experience and what I've experienced, things that I know, right? But no, I think as a writer, when we have more constraints to what we're able to write about or like how we're able to talk about those things, it makes us better writers because we get the chance to really have to really think about what we're going to talk about, how we're going to talk about it. Is everybody going to understand? Am I like making sure that I'm including those people? Am I punching up or punching down? So I think constraints always make a better writer or make a better artist.
So it's never a challenge for you.
It can be, but I don't look at it. If it's a challenge, it's a healthy challenge. It's definitely something that's going to grow my comedy and my art even more. If I have to push myself to do something that's a little bit, I guess, bigger than what I normally would go for.
So what can an audience expect when they go to see your set?
I guess just like my weird perspective on how life is. It could be what I thought about sex one time. It could be, me being trans. It could be my relationship with my parents or how being homeschooled was a big part of my life or growing up in a cult was a big part of that as well. And so like, there's all of these things that I feel like, get ready. I hope if anything, if anyone does come to see me is that, it's okay to laugh about these things. Like, let's learn about myself and about you and like what you think is funny as well. And let's all grow together.
So where can people see you coming up here in the next few months?
Next few months, definitely. Hopefully be at Dry Heat within the next couple months. I'm going to be doing some Pride stuff, obviously. I know that we have, I have on the 21st, I'm not exactly sure where it is because I'm blanking on the moment. But
I feel you.
I have, if anybody wants the best place to know where I'm going to be, I guess would be Instagram, would be at June Opal Comedy on Instagram, and that's the best way to know what's going to happen with me. But if not, come see me at a mic. There's mics Monday through Friday. I think there's also one on Saturday now. But yeah, so just come see some comedy and enjoy, people working on their stuff.
Wonderful. Well, June, thank you again for coming in and talking with me. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll be back.